Mr. Speaker, today I will provide an overview of the Bermuda Tourism Authority's annual report and audited financials for the 2021 fiscal year and the state of tourism so far this summer. The authority is guided by the National Tourism Plan and founded on 5 key values. 1. Performance and accountability. 2. Passion and pride. 3. Leadership and collaboration. 4. Honesty and integrity. 5. Awareness and respect. Mr. Speaker, the production of this annual report is structured on the 7 pillars of the National Tourism Plan: awareness, green ecotourism, infrastructure, local engagement, innovation, teams and groups, and year-round tourism. It reflects the organization's values, delivering on performance and accountability, while highlighting the strategic efforts of the organization during a critical juncture on our road to recovery. Mr. Speaker, the publication features the activities from each division of the organization, highlighting its success, challenges, and objectives. From tourism standards and training to business intelligence, operations, marketing, communications, and sales and experiences, the Bermuda Tourism Authority shared the organization's journey over the period ending December 2021. The annual report is available in the corporate report section of the gotobermuda.com website. Mr. Speaker, the Bermuda Tourism Authority derives its income from government in the form of a grant and from visitors either staying at hotels, vacation rental properties, or arriving by cruise ship. The 2021 budget was formulated based on an expected increase in visitor arrivals versus 2020 figures. Revenue was expected to rise, with expenditures correlating with the anticipated additional income. However, with a COVID-19 spike in case numbers, international travel continued to be challenging, and the overall revenue from visitors was substantially below budget, primarily in the income from the cruise ship passenger fees. Despite the shortfall in income, the authority was able to end the year with a small surplus through a combination of deferral of some programs and events, revisiting of staffing levels, and tight budgetary control on other expenditures. I commend the authority on achieving an 8th consecutive year with the financial statements of the Bermuda Tourism Authority having received an unqualified audit opinion from the Auditor General. Mr. Speaker, 6 months into 2022, global tourism is finally seeing glimmers of good news with a significant uptick compared with 2021. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization World Tourism Barometer, global tourism has grown 182% in the first quarter of 2022 compared with 2021. And according to their projections, international tourism arrivals are expected to reach at least 55% of 2019 levels. In Bermuda, our tourism product is likewise seeing incremental growth. Mr. Speaker, Bermuda's May 2022 tourism measures showed that Bermuda had welcomed over 41,000 air visitors year to date, representing triple-digit percentage growth over 2021 and a 56% decrease against 2019 figures. When considering only year-to-date air, vacation, and leisure visitor arrival numbers of 26,878, once again we see a triple-digit percentage increase over 2021, but a 57% reduction when compared to pre-pandemic levels. For the month of June, Bermuda welcomed 19,600 total air visitors, which was 43% below 2019 numbers, but 94% above last year. This takes us to a total of 60,955 air visitors for 2022 year to date, which is 52% below 2019 numbers and double the 2021 figure. There has been good news on the cruise front this June with a total passenger count of 58,468. The total number of arriving cruise passengers year to date has risen to 123,013 after a slow return to cruise travel since the lows of 2020 and 2021. Tourism figures reflect that the gap between 2019 and 2022 cruise passenger numbers for June was 26%. Year-to-date numbers show a 47% decline compared to the same period in 2019. Mr. Speaker, vacation rentals have shown remarkable recovery, with occupancy growing to 75% for May 2022, which is and also 59% year-to-date, from a high of 62% occupancy in May of 2019 and a year-to-date of 52% in 2019. Mr. Speaker, those numbers continue to grow, and the occupancy rate for vacation rentals was 78.9% for June 2022, compared to an increase of 16% versus 2019 and 22% versus 2021. The year-to-date occupancy remains just over 62% for the year-to-date, an increase of 17% versus 2019 and 16% versus 2021. Mr. Speaker, from Carnival in Bermuda to Bermuda Race Week, plus summer festivals, live entertainment, high-end sport fishing competitions, and a boost in weddings and leisure travelers, Bermuda's 2022 summer season has had a relatively strong start. Bermuda's Caribbean heritage, infused with a unique Bermuda flavor, serves as the foundation for Carnival in Bermuda, a week-long festival that helped launch our summer season this year. This event attracted international visitors to parties, Juve celebrations, authentic Bermuda raft-ups, and the pinnacle event, Revel de Road. International revelers celebrated the start of summer alongside Bermudian festival goers while broadcasting the energy and excitement of the fets across social media channels. Bermuda Tourism Authority was a proud event sponsor as part of the Experience Investment Program. Mr. Speaker, our maritime tourism strategy supported the return of Bermuda Race Week, the Annapolis to Bermuda Race, and the continued outreach to the Royal Super Yacht community. The Newport Bermuda Race returned to Bermuda, providing the island with a welcome boost of 2,000 participants plus their family and friends. Bermuda's role as a first-time host for the Clipper Round the World race has been years in the making. It was a huge success with global visibility and a surge of visitors to the island. Mr. Speaker, the program included a significant local engagement component, with 2 Bermudians qualified, accepted into the program, and 1 successfully sailing from Seattle to Panama. Mr. Speaker, hundreds of Bermuda's school children were invited to experience the yachts and meet the adventurers in person. Some crew members were enlisted to support Bermuda's environmental projects and work to help restore the island's mangrove forest by planting mangrove saplings. Mr. Speaker, historically, Bermuda's entertainment sector has always represented an exciting, memorable slice of Bermuda's tourism product. Yet, for years, we have seen the platforms for our entertainers gradually reduced. It is hoped that 2022 will be the starting point for revitalizing and investing in Bermuda's entertainment product. BTA's experience program led a call inviting tourism entrepreneurs and promoters to up the ante by providing unique, culturally authentic entertainment experiences. We look forward to the return of Made in Bermuda Nights, an entertainment series starting this August and featuring local entertainment showcases. Bermuda's entertainers, whose livelihoods were decimated by COVID-induced lockdowns, restrictions, and a catastrophic drop in visitor arrivals, are finally beginning to see a silver lining. Mr. Speaker, with these sponsored events and grant programs for qualified experiences, this administration is committed to providing a shot in the arm to local entertainment. We salute the local promoters and business owners for their role in creating opportunities to enjoy Bermuda's culture with weekly musical lineups around the island. Mr. Speaker, from the east to the west, live entertainment is on the rebound. At the White Horse Pub in St. George's, the return of live music for the High Notes on the Harbor series supports tourism experiences in the town of St. George's. Likewise, a host of venues in the Royal Naval Dockyard feature artists entertaining our cruise and air visitors. Entertainment abounds with offerings at Bermuda Gallery and Coffee House, The Reefs, Aurora at Newstead, Vita, West End Boat Club, Anchor, Hog Penny, Frog and Onion, and Bonefish Restaurant, to name just a few. Each week, the BTA-sponsored Harbor Nights boast an array of performances, including gumbays, DJs, dancers, and musical acts. Local entertainers are booked at hotels and restaurants around the island. Hindsight and Friends at the Loft, Silver City, Live Wires, and the King's Band, Mia and James, and Working Title are just some of the performers that fill Bermuda's weekly calendar with live music. Mr. Speaker, we acknowledge that while progress has been made, more must be done to support our entertainment community. Mr. Speaker, airlift and hotel capacity have not yet returned to pre-pandemic levels. We know that airlines' scheduling decisions are primarily driven by the combination of hotel inventory and visitor demand. While global travel has seen a significant uptick for summer 2022, the airline industry has been under much scrutiny and pressure during travel's COVID recovery period. Resources are scarce and schedules have been slashed globally. Additional hotel inventory and continued growth in air visitation are imperatives that will influence airlines to schedule additional service. The resumption of the weekly Punta Delgado flight to the Azores and the planned return of the JFK route are encouraging news, especially when considered in the context of Charlotte, Toronto, and Heathrow routes, which have come online for the first time or returned within the past 2 years. Mr. Speaker, our people will be the engine driving the rebirth of tourism in Bermuda. I would like to repeat that, Mr. Speaker. Our people will be the engine driving the rebirth of tourism in Bermuda. Mr. Speaker, the team at the Bermuda Tourism Authority has been singularly focused on that aim. They have made sacrifices, and the organization has been restructured to optimally achieve the goals of the Tourism Strategic Recovery Plan. Leadership at the Bermuda Tourism Authority has advised me that there has been progress on staffing with the appointment and promotion of Bermudians to several key posts. The authority is in the midst of continued recruitment efforts for the organization, including for the restructured sales division. Mr. Speaker, in concluding, turning the tide on losses incurred by the pandemic has been mission critical for the men and women who work each day for the authority, Mr. Speaker. Rebuilding the tourism sector has not been easy, yet the work continues. The recovery efforts led by the BTA are also borne by the stakeholders across the industry, the hoteliers, bartenders, taxi drivers, bar technicians, restaurant workers, boat tour operators, and entertainers are valued contributors to achieving this mission. And let us not forget the retailers who depend on their business brought by visitors to the island. Mr. Speaker, I would like to commend the resilience and talent of all who have played a part in keeping this essential industry on the path to recovery. As I close, Mr. Speaker, I would like to warmly acknowledge the dedicated board of directors, team members, and partners who work diligently for this country, whether from the PTA's local headquarters on Church Street or their locations abroad. As Minister of Tourism, I lend this government's support to achieving the national tourism plans, aims, and executing the tactics outlined in the Strategic Recovery Plan. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.